Hey guys, Nate here again with the Volunteer Tech Vlog, bringing you a live sound report for Sunday, May 3rd, 2015. So I'm still catching up my reports here. I think this is the last one that I'm going to catch up on that's been outdated, and then I'll get back into staying current with another report today on how today went. But anyway, this is for Sunday, May 3rd, 2015. So the first thing of note to talk about is there's no more intermittent noise. Woohoo! So we removed Behringer ADA 8000 C, or number 3, if you will. We've got 4 of these. A, B, C, and D is what they're labeled currently. So we removed the third one, which was associated with inputs 17 through 24, and at least that seems to have stopped any of this intermittent noise from occurring. So that is a good thing. So far, that seems to be the problem, and I think we're going to be replacing it. Also, the use of a gate on the lead vocals. So this became very important because the lead singer was using a vocal processor, like one of those auto-tune processors, and man, those things are really noisy, and they're not just like noisy like distortion, static, like high noise floor. They're noisy like they put out this like weird high-pitched, almost sounds like faint ringing or feedback. So that thing was super noisy. We dialed in a gate through the use of SAC, Software Audio Console, which is our digital mixing system, and the gate worked really well. So I went up there with the lead singer and was monkeying around with the attack, the release, the floor, the threshold, and definitely worked with Pete to explain how this would change the behavior of the microphone, so he knew how it would react, because that's also an important thing to stress or emphasize, is you always want to over communicate with any of the musicians. If you're monkeying with settings or doing anything, you don't need to necessarily communicate every little detail you do, because that would get tedious. But especially something like a gate, where if they get up to the microphone and whisper into it, it might be below the threshold of the gate. So just so they're aware, they still need to project into it. I know sometimes during worship, some people might back away from the mic in a moment of prayer or something, and just be a little bit softer dynamically. So it's very important for the person to just know what you're doing. So that was good. We monkeyed around. We ended up putting the attack at like 0.031 seconds, the release at 0.020 seconds. The floor was down to infinity because we didn't want to hear any of the noise at all during quiet passages, and the threshold was at -66 dB. So that was that. The third thing I want to talk about in this report is a SAC tip, Software Audio Console. So 2 very powerful commands I'm learning are store all from channel to file, and recall all from file to channel. So this lets you dial in all kinds of very specific settings and save it to a file, so that if you're in a future mix session, you can just go to your channel library and pull up a channel. So I created one for Pete's vocals, where where I saved that gate, in this file. So in the future, if he's using that vocal processor again, if I ever need to recall that in the future, I know I can just recall that channel, and I can do a recall all from file to channel and bring up all those settings again, and that way I don't have to monkey around again with the attack, the release, the floor. It's at a good setting where I know he's comfortable with it, and it works. So anyway, hope you find this video helpful, and I hope the future me that goes back to watch this video finds it helpful in the future. I'll see you in the next edition of the Volunteer Tech Vlog.